scenario for Hukin. Well, is that going to translate into anything on control? Heading into Kavutu, you need to see that SMG player and who getting aggressive. I'm not actually 100% sure who runs AR for Guerrillas in terms of the SMGs on this. Typically, you do see the 3 ARs when it does come down to Kavutu, but nonetheless, I'm sure we'll find out as things head into it. But for those SMG players, you want to be in and around inside of A when things are going on there. If you're on the attack, you want to be inside of green and see which players from each teams are going to be getting aggressive over towards these points. But we know defense is king on this map in particular. Who's going to come out on top?
Well, I've seen Guerrillas an awful lot from teams recently, and always a little bit tricky for both of them. Masimo opens it up straight away. They take ring control and say, all right, no quick B push from you this round. Has been a tactic of some teams and certainly throws a lot into the works here, but Mac trying to get control of top boat. Not a lot of pressure from LAG on this yet. We do have Slasher though, on what can be described as the longest of flanks.
Yeah, it's just about trying to clear out this side of the map if you are LAG. Good work from Slasher though, does find 2 over towards this side, so he creates that just that little bit of pressure. It cuts off that lane completely for the side of Seattle Surge, and then the rest of it's, well, going to be done by Yasim inside the boat. Finds 3, eventually will fall to Pred. The rest of the pressure coming in here from the Seattle Surge though. They continue to push. It's 1 tick in at A, and their lives, well, just about in the favor of LAG as Seattle Surge will eventually find a push out.
Wow, Pred trying to do a little bit of work here to give his team boat control. It's not really worked out for them yet. LAG continuing to hammer home at the moment. It's Asim who's 5 and 2, Slasher 3 and 1. Gunners yet to get on the board, but what they are doing is holding off Seattle Surge completely.
Work by LAG so far. And just about that boat control, isn't it? They unfortunately for them, they just haven't had that opportunity to wipe completely, so they haven't had the opportunity to find themselves pushing on forward. Seattle Surge are inviting that little bit of pressure now to try and find the kills to break something open. Seaman Code though, not giving anything away here, but here comes the challenge coming in from a Seattle Surge, and Pred's going to win the first one. These kills get traded in Surge's favor. Gunners will find a kill over towards B, but that's going to give his information away. Seattle inside of it.
Just making sure they have to get A down here. I wonder if LAG, especially with that little time left, are going to make a push here. Maybe not. Pred takes down the seam straight away, and I think that's put paid to it. They'll probably let Seattle just have A now and worry about getting these kills on the exit and not letting them get the flank through. They don't want to give away any more kills.
Hook's back right up for his team here. Look, all the way towards the backside of the map. He's in a position now to stop any push that is going to come through over towards green. Yeah, Hook ain't letting that happen. No shot. They want anybody to find their way through this backside, because then it starts forcing the spawns just a little bit dodgy. Start spawning back towards both side. It just makes things very difficult. Good start here from the defensive hold over towards B from LAG. It's such a hard one for Seattle Surge. Look how the map is split here. How are you about to clean everybody off this position to get yourself in a position to make this attack over towards B? Well, it's very difficult.
Upstip's trying to make a play around towards ring here. He's looking for a seam. He's gone the other way. He's managed to get it as well. That's a little bit of a gap open. So that's going to try and cut off any reinforcements that go towards it as well. Sim going to get another player at the same time, and this may have opened it up just a fraction for them. Somehow Seattle Surge have cracked this, but they are getting taken down. Sim slowing their roll. Actually desperately trying to get in towards this tank. Flying across eventually. And Seattle Surge have their teammates looking for this one as well. Pred is going to go down though.
Yeah,
they don't really have the bodies for this ton.
Yeah, this is going to be really hard to hold now. They're going to look for control of P1. That tick is not going in very quickly at all. LAG not in a really big rush to clear out the site. They are going to do that eventually, but P1 control is king. Pred will find a route through here. Is he going to be able to get there in time though? 8 seconds to go. Is he even going to try and touch the point? Well, he's not going to get an opportunity because he's already back in the respawn queue. Fantastic stuff by the side of LAG. It's just that big kill on Pred on that mid-tank there. I think if he can stay alive and at least find 1 kill in that scenario, it slows down that retake from LAG. We've all played this. We all know when you're in ranked play, it's not about just hitting from the back time and time again. It's about that P1 control. It is so crucial when it comes down towards B. Just the route he can get up through the middle of the map. Pred stays alive there. It's maybe a little bit of a different story, but it's difficult when 2 players are pushing you. Fantastic work by LAG, though, noticing where the gap was. They pushed through to P1, and that is the story of the first round. They find that defense, as expected, has to be said. Can Surge do the same?
Yeah, Slasher certainly had his fun on that attack as well. Just put paid to him, got him really deep into their spawn. They didn't really ever clean him out, which just meant they never really had the pressure they wanted for, even when the kills went their way. But speaking of kills at the moment, Seattle Surge just dominating LAG and forcing them all the way back into spawn.
Oh dear. The shot's not quite there for Pred. LAG will find themselves in a position now to get a hold of A, possibly, and Slasher, again, another one of those power positions that we talk about on this map in particular. Getting up top 3, you can really start to dictate control over green as well. You can all but lock A in, and well, that is going to basically do it, you would like to think, for the side of LAG, but nope, nobody else there. The spawns come in for Surge. In a good spot to defend over towards B, but is the chance going to be there for LAG?
Currently, no. Seattle
Nope.
Surge completely cleaning them out here. And what they will be looking for right now as well is life differential. Can they hammer home against LAG? And this is what LAG have stopped, by the way. They know exactly what Seattle Surge now want. They want those lives back. Sib, Gunless. Gunless is going to win it as well, but Pred managed to get 2. That's traded back out. Still a 2 differential.
Yeah, accuracy on the flank is going to be the problem here. LAG ready for it. Yes, they are. There you go. Asim will find it. So the push starts to come through over towards A. 4 seconds remaining. Surge might have a look at this. Yeah, they're going to.
And that's really all they needed to do as well. Just jump into him, get the kills as well. And I got to say, LAG, they rolled the dice onto this one. They were playing for that differential. Slash is going to still try and get this one done.
Everyone else is dead.
He's alone. Eventually will go down. And that's the difference, by the way. We said right here, we knew exactly what LAG were thinking about when they all stopped. When they got that string of kills, we went, all right, maybe we can get this and extend this just a little bit. Unfortunately, I think that kind of undid all their hard work, Ton. I'll have to have a double check.
Yeah, it's one of those things, though, when that door is open, it's something you can't just not have a go at on the attack. You get a hold of it. That's the thing with control. You can be so many lives down. You might not have control of anything at all in terms of the map. You might not have anything in terms of objective if you're the attacking team. But it takes 2 4-man wipes, and all of a sudden you're in a really good position to do something. But, you know, it's one of those things you take the risk, and unfortunately it didn't work out that time around for LAG. But both these teams holding the defenses so far. Oh. See how Surge turn this round. Well, if Sib's hitting shots like that, then maybe they can. Aggressive pressure over towards B is going to come in very, very shortly, but this pressure from green side from Sib. Going to try and lock down this side of the map for his team. LAG need the retake.
Well, you can see at the moment LAG hitting this flank hard. Going to try and pinch this one. At the moment, it's going to be just Asim who's trying to be a thorn in their side, and he's doing exactly that, just racking up kills back towards their spawn. They're going to let them get A, but they're not going to let them get it cheaply.
Yeah, he's literally going to try and bully Pred off the map here. That is literally Asim's plan. You can see all the way towards the back. He may not be helping his team over towards A, but he's keeping Pred away from it. But Pred just playing his life. Very well played from him in that scenario, not to get aggressive and think, all right, I need to get rid of Asim here. Trying not to feed him anything too much. Shots in this time around, though. He will find him for the 3rd time in a row. Pred's going to have to find a way out of his spawn at some point.
And this is where it gets a little bit weird here. You can see at the moment Seattle Surge overextending, trying to get through the spawn of LAG. Players being very, very static on this map, holding key positions, looking for it as well. Actually, though, Huka's gone down. Sim and actually are around the back. LAG are going to be in a bit of trouble. Obviously, Gunners, though, going to be in that tank. Going to get taken out by Sim. Pressure's still on for them. They have the support. Seattle Surge are trying to make this one happen, but it's so disconnected and so slow. They're just going to continue playing for kills.
Asim is still alive on the beach. He's still alive. It's been Pred 3 times in a row, and then he's really pushed it out. And from that position, he can rotate back around and get eyes onto B from that point and get so much pressure over towards the attacking side spawn as well. It's a really good positioning, but they actually clear it out this time around. If they can hold these mid-map kills and find the kills at the front as well, it's an opportunity for Surge. Pred will find one. Gunless finds another, but still the pressure's starting to come in here from the Surge.
Sib trying to fight as well. Actually takes down Gunless, and the Seattle Surge are now in the driving seat. They have completely control. Sib gets another one at the same time, and the LAG have suddenly got to move. They're going to have to try and get back into this one, but they are losing gunfights left, right, and center. Asim eventually throws a nade onto the head of Accuracy.
Yeah, nobody on the point.
Yeah, Seattle Surge are just waiting for the kills here. They know that they're going to come in eventually. They're going to get down as well. Gunless gets one up to the top ring. Asim is joining him at the same time. So much pressure coming through as Asim finds 2 as well. Breaks Seattle Surge. They had so much opportunity for it. And the only silver lining to this is at the moment, Seattle Surge still have 6 lives to the good.
Ring control reigns supreme every single time. There's about 15 different routes to get on top of it, but ultimately, it's so important because you can get the shots into B, you can get the shots into those players who are capping that point, and you can cut off the supply of players from the spawn to stop that happening. Fantastic work from the side of LAG. They get control of the defense once more. Surge are going to have another look at things here though, but they know the lives are in their favor, so maybe not overextending too much, as Slasher will find that gunfight. The next couple go the way of LAG, and that makes things all that little bit better on their side, and they will have a lead heading into the next round now. Fantastic work from LAG. They just about get it done though. Surge did make a good go of it, but it's just those kills in mid-map, and then the control over towards the P1 hard point, or of course over towards ring, AA gun, whatever you want to call it. This place here, you need control of that. And in that scenario, ultimately, LAG get it back at just the right time.
And this is the thing here, obviously. We've spoken an awful lot about control recently, but you do see that kind of almost like a status step. Teams keep hesitating to make those aggressive all-out plays, and the simple reason is they want that defense. Getting attack is great. Winning an attack is unbelievable, but you know that the odds are realistically against you on a map like a Voodoo.
Oh, yeah.
So if you can get another defense, you're all good and smiling. Right now, though, it will be Seattle Surge on that defense, and they are doing work again. Accuracy, how do you win that gunfight? You didn't fire for about 10 minutes after the fight started.
Ridiculous. Just a little bit of cover helps him out. Look how aggressive Seattle are being on the defensive side of things here, though. The only thing is that Slasher has slipped the net. He isn't stopping the time, but the rest of his team are struggling to get out of their spawn right now. Pred, of course, in personal, Slasher is able to answer back with the kill over towards that other side. Oh, that ADS from the Automator, not quite what it is on the MP40, has to be said, but really good work from Seattle Surge. They put a dent in LAG's lives immediately.
Yeah, and that's the kind of work they want to keep doing here. As long as they can keep LAG locked in to only A, or maybe not even A if they continue on this route, but they're looking for it as well. Sib's going to take a little bit of fire there. Somebody might jump out to challenge him. Not at the moment. Pred is backing him up. And Slasher just doing the root man work again. He's been so influential in this game, getting into dodgy positions. Mac eventually takes him down though before he can do any more damage. And Hook saying, all right, I've got to stop the clock here. Realistically, LAG, if they want that defense, have got to have an outstanding attack. It might even be worth them just going straight for it, trying to get both A and B.
Yeah, they need to. I think, honestly, at this point, this is one of those scenarios where you can't really rely on the kills. You are quite far down. I mean, I'll quickly work it out in a second, but it's not looking good for them. They are going to find a couple of kills over towards A. Pred now trying to get aggressive inside the point, maybe waiting for some of his team to come and back him up here. LAG only with 13 lives, make that 12 remaining as Pred continues his dominance over towards both sides. There's another free kill as well. Slasher falls, and now comes to the spawn trap with only 5 seconds to go. Round number 5 is beckoning. Surely that's another Seattle defense is going to be on the cards as they win their second. 2-2. It should be Seattle on the defensive side.
Well, I think they had the lives every single round, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I have to go back and check, but I didn't really worry about doing any math because I don't remember really LAG getting that many lives to the good. So should be a defense for them, and it's been defense every single round so far. Maybe, though, just maybe, LA have something in the bag. Are we going to see a massive B hit? Are we going to see dominance straight out of the gate for an early A? They've got to have something for it. It looks like a B hit.
Sometimes this B hit can just transition into something over towards it. If you can find the kills up top right, you can maybe make the moves, but Pred, it's the classic angle. I'm not really sure why anybody from LAG is not watching it. Eventually, Gunless will be able to trade it, though. Seattle Surge having to back on down, having to just cover off their angles, but plenty of map control over towards this side. Side of LAG. Sib does slip round behind, gets traded. Potential opportunity here, though, for the Guerrillas. Big kill.
Well, they managed to get on it. They managed to get it into force as well. They might even have 2 players. I don't know the exact angle. I think it's just Gunless at the moment.
They got P1 control. They got the control of the cuts. They got control of the point. This is a good spot.
It certainly is. That first tick is coming as well. Can they hold LAG? They want this so desperately. They did not have any opportunity before. Gunless gets one through the tank as well. It's going to be tough. It's all on Gunless. He has to do something incredible. He's already had one go down, and Accuracy leaps on top of the tank and says, no, thank you. Get out of there eventually. And it seems going to try and get the second tick.
Oh, the stun is going to slow him down. If you can find this kill onto Pred, then all of a sudden it becomes very difficult to get across. Not quite. Good shots from Pred. Important shots from Pred. And ultimately, that B attack does result in maybe just a take, but you have to be careful not to get forced into your spawn here. LAG still have men on the map. Slasher top P3. is going to be huge for the team just to relieve some of that pressure that comes on through.
Yeah, and you can even see, right, on the minimap, Accuracy actually took the time to clear that off. They don't want any ticks but one on there, because it can be so quick if they get through eventually as well. And Sim trying to take on Gunless at long range with a pistol. Ambitious, but unfortunately no good. And right now, LAG have got to find something left into the tank here. Pred just causing havoc once again in their spawn. Last real roll of the dice for LAG. They're going to have to make sure they lock down A, and then see if they can somehow transition back to B. They haven't done it so far in this game.
They're
But
inside.
never say never.
Yeah, they got rid of Pred in their spawn, so now they can make the movement through. Look at this snap from Mac, though. Hook will fall, and now can they continue this defensive hold? Mac is going off inside a boat. Slasher will find two. Pred finds one more, and the Gunless can't quite trade it. Still alive inside the point, though. Has a little bit of help. 19 seconds remaining. The lives, well, the lead belongs to LAG, but they need to get a hold of A to make something count here.
Oh, they're doing a good job of it at the moment. Hugh and Gunless teaming up to just put them all down. Seattle Surge refusing to let this one go at all, though. Eventually, they stopped it. They stopped on the tiniest of margins. Hugh has to jump in and he's gone down. And that time he's now ticking away. Slasher to the rescue with two. Dives back into the point. He's got teammates with him as well. They will eventually get it. And they have snatched that one okay. But I tell you something, you've got A and you fought hard for it. But you've got 1 minute to try and get B with not that many lives.
Well, the Seattle Surge have got even less, though. Only 7 to their name. And the time is there to try and start slaying. Hook will find the first one that breaks open the spawn. These next couple of kills are huge.
Slash around the back. Looking for him. Finds Pred as well. Gets out of there. Trying to play his life. Unfortunately, runs into the guns. 47 seconds left. This could be lives or it could be time. And look at this. Turtling from Seattle Surge. They are sitting back, refusing to give anything away. It might be a big hit from LAG. They're committing 3 to this. Great spot. He spotted Pred. Pred spotted him, though. In comes the trade. They're trying to put the pressure on as well. Gunners gets one. Sib gets the trade back at the same time. Mac feeling the pressure now as they run towards him, and Sib gets 2. And it's only going to be Hugh left to the spawn. The time. They don't have the time, surely.
They need to get inside the point, or they need to slay it out here. Hook needs to go huge. There's only 3 members of Seattle Surge left. It's a foot race for LAG. They need to get there. They need to get there quickly. Can the 3 members of Seattle Surge clutch up? Yeah, 2 of them go down, though. Sib now left on his own. 5 seconds to go. This is still doable. Can he keep them out at the point? It's a 1 versus 3. This is doable.
The reinforcements are coming in as well. He's going to try and make this one happen. He's been contested. In comes a slide! And LAG, they ripped the attack away from Seattle Surge. Must have been a split second, by the way, on A that they could have taken away from as well. Slasher with a 2-piece comes through. What a ridiculous...
My goodness, it just sprung into life. And Seattle Surge there,